Gender equality has arguably come a long way in the last century. Gone are the days when women couldn't vote, work outside the home, or legally be harassed by their male counterparts on the job. With all this progression in our society, it is amazing how television can skew our perception as to what a certain sex's role should be. Ironically, reality television is the biggest culprit in this. This may be a wake-up call to some out there. Reality television is not realistic. In our society's media, reality television especially, is bursting at the seams with gender stereotypes and sexism. Everything from the people who are cast in the shows to the situations the contestants find themselves in, they all seem to have major similarities in theme and target audience. This one's a no-brainer. Just take a look at the contestants on each reality show. No matter which show, you see the same kind of people. On Survivor, you usually have a diverse group of people from virtually every racial group, but they are all stereotypical examples. The men are all good-looking, fit, and very aggressive. The women on the show resemble Sports Illustrated models, and it's not surprising that more often than not, the women find themselves bikini-clad and competing in sexual challenges.
Reality shows have blossomed tremendously since their popularity increased in the early 2000s. In the US, 75% of young teenage girls list their favorite television show as a reality show. 18 to 25-year-olds watch almost 4 reality shows per week.
Does race, gender, and diversity play a role in the cast selection?
It perpetuates stereotypes. I think it puts women, men, different races, different cultures in very narrow categories with not a lot of expansion. I think it perpetuates the stereotypes.
Yeah, it's like all the females is like very pretty, good shapes. I barely see like chicks that was like oversized or overweight. So.
White people, the hot chicks.
Who is your favorite reality television star?
I like Russell from Survivor because he is such a villain, and I can't help it. I like him.
Situation. Be entertained.
How much of each episode do you think is edited?
I think for an hour episode, they probably do at least 100 hours of tape.
Stage and they have video cameras and everyone's watching.
Because once again, I'm gonna have to prove even harder, prove them all wrong, him especially, that you know what, I'm not a weakling, I'm very competitive, I can do it. Which I'm not afraid to fill those shoes because I know I can.
I think Jerry and Danielle for sure have a crush on Colby. And I think Colby knows the power that he has. And I think he realizes, like, he's a good-looking guy, and, you know, if he can flirt with Danielle and Jerry to hopefully stay in the game longer, then more power to him. You want a guy to like you, he has to come to you. That's just 101 flirting. You know, flirting 101 is draw the man to you.
Techniques that are used in reality TV to convey messages about gender are camera angles, challenges, interviews, editing, sounds, and screenshots. Camera angles are used to show assets of each gender. Challenges may place each gender against each other or may involve sexual interaction between the two. Interviews set up contestants to portray images they are not, for instance, a dumb blonde. They edit these interviews and shows to create specific stereotypes of gender. Sounds are used throughout each episode to make everything more dramatic. For women, screenshots involve pretty backgrounds that enhance their femininity. And for men, they use dark colors and power images to display their masculinity.
What representations of gender does this form of media promote?
They are portrayed as bossy, and men, if they're assertive in any way, then they can be aggressive. And women, again, are put into these roles of they're scheming or they're flirting, whereas, and it's all sexualized. Whereas the men, not so much. They can do the same things and not have that kind of label put on them.
It's usually flirt and start fights and drama. The guys are just relaxed. Always drama. And he goes, no, there's drama in the guys too. The guys is always like, there's always a fight somewhere. Right? And then the girls are just always like conniving all that crap going on.
Girls is like very flirtatious. The guys is like real masculine.
Guys like to fight a lot.
Like they flirt, especially the girls too. But it's like
Girls pretty much fall for the guys.
stupid. Have you
I
not?
don't have to whore myself out to win $250,000.
See, why would I?
Well,
I never said anything about whoring yourself out. I never said anything about hooking up. I'm just saying that's part of the game. If that happens, like there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with.
there's something wrong with it.
I don't wrestle. I beat bitches up. There's nothing more that I'd like than to knock her teeth completely out of her mouth.
Screw a few more cast members, slut.
Keep her the away, man. I swear to God.
That's who you are. You're a fucking slimy, dishonest, manipulative, slutty little bitch. I doesn't.
Whoa, break it up! 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 Easy, CT. Break it up! Easy. Stop. This is super naked, bro. This is the best day of my life. I can see you. You're naked too.
Dibs on me.
Hi.
Bring it in. Because I think there's no benefit in closing yourself off to the other girls. Take Natalie and Jesse. They're together all the time, and being with one girl, it's not going to be beneficial at all.
The images of these young men and women in their bikinis, underwear, bras, and less are being portrayed by the younger audiences as well as adults. With these women being flirtatious and their relationships developing, young teenagers are watching and learning what is expected of them. The majority of an hour episode of reality television references sexual activity and content. As seen in these specific challenge shows, romantic relationships are built to only get farther in the competition. The image young girls are receiving is highly influential on the way they will grow up to be. Men, however, who watch this show may get the image to be more dominant in relationships and more masculine towards other guys. This too will help young men develop into the specific type of male.
During these contests, men are seen dominating women as a whole. Their strength and ability to perform more competitive tasks are shown in the end of the contest, with the male being the dominant figure. However, seen in the majority of our clips, women seem to allow their emotions to get the best of them, while men find a different way of approaching it. Instead of displaying their feelings, they immediately take care of the situation, while women hold grudges throughout the entire season.
In conclusion, reality television plays an important role in our everyday lives. The youth of our generation are shown expectations of how to act in relationships, friendships, and beyond. In most cases, women use their sexuality and manipulative skills to succeed, while men tend to use physical force in order to get by. However, in order to win competitions and/or challenges, both genders tend to influence each other physically, emotionally, and sexually. In our society, this so-called reality television needs a wake-up call. We do not want the youth of our generation to follow these stereotypical gender roles portrayed on television.